Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the DES podcast. You know who I'm here with, the one man alone, Eddie. And Eddie knows it, the DES out there.
S.
Thank you, guys. Welcome back to another episode. And we're going to get into this quickly. And we're going to start off with America, America, America. I hope you remember this intro the last time. Your great nation. Can you please, for the love of God Almighty, stop comparing the Super Bowl to the World Cup? It's silly. It's getting very silly at this point. I was watching, and obviously, we know Super Bowl final. We're recording today. The Super Bowl final is later on today. And obviously, you know, the question always goes around, what's bigger, the Super Bowl final or the World Cup? Guys, I promise you this, and I'm not even messing. The Super Bowl final is not even on the Champions League levels final. Am I lying? Bro, we brought out the facts the last time. The Super Bowl got what, like 100, wasn't it like 100 and something plus million views compared to the World Cup that was getting nearly 1 billion views.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to compare in comparison. The only reason the Super Bowl is going to be so big this year isn't even because of who's playing. It's because of Kendrick Lamar. Can you imagine? Your whole basis of your Super Bowl is not even based on who is playing.
It's the artist.
All people know is but people can correct me if I'm wrong. All I know is Taylor Swift's boyfriend is on one team, and Kendrick Lamar. Everybody's just watching that he doesn't play not like us.
Imagine if like the Champions League or the World Cup did a halftime show like that. It would even be bigger than what they even compared, like what the Super Bowl compared to. Like imagine, let's say they put on, let's say even for the Champions League, Dave, if they put on Dave or anyone like that for the Champions League, they wouldn't, like, even them alone, they would get more views. Just that performance would get more views than that whole Super Bowl.
No, you're right. I don't disagree here because I'm trying to like find the numbers again for people. But like, guys, come on. You can't keep saying the Super Bowl is on the same level as the World Cup. Like, you people need to look at the numbers. There's a bit of ignorance here now. The World Cup is the biggest sports competition that happens ever, every 4 years. The Champions League final is probably bigger than the Super Bowl. Like, so you people don't think I'm going crazy, right? Let me go and get the numbers for you, so you don't think that this guy is just talking. I know not every website is going to be giving the right stats, but let me just look it up for you guys, so you don't. Someone said there's no way the World Cup is more viewed than the Super Bowl. You are very crazy. I just seen when I was looking, because I had the stats said the other day, but most watched. Okay, this is the best way to place. Most watched final in sports. That's the best way to do it, isn't it? Most watch final in sports. So let's do this. Okay, so this is a website called Road Trips, the ultimate in sports travel. Number 1, as of 2024, the most watched sporting events in the world are as follows, Eddie. I'm just going to do top 10 for you. No, let me not say top 10.
Don't even say the top 5.
Okay, top 5. World Cup with 5 billion viewers. The Tour de France with 3.5 billion viewers. The Cricket World Cup with 2.6 viewers. The Women's World Cup with 2 billion viewers. And the Summer Games with 2 billion viewers. I'm going to just do 7. Listen, the Winter Games with 2 billion viewers. The UEFA Champions League final with 450 million viewers. And then the Super Bowl is in 8 with 115.1 million viewers.
115.1
million viewers. Basically, the population of America is watching it. Eddie, that's the final. That's what they're trying to say is on the same level as the World Cup.
I think they should behave themselves, because, you know, they need to understand as well. America is not like a fucking continent. It's not the only place in the world. And I think that, like, that's what they think it's the world. I think they They like Americans think that America is the world. Like everything that revolves around America, they have the best everything and all this nonsense. But nah, yeah, okay. When the Champions League, if the Champions League and Super Bowl were at the exact same time,
Everybody's watching Champions League.
at the exact same day,
Everybody's watching the Champions
there's
League.
not a chance that they'll get
The
as much
only reason why people will watch the Super Bowl
is to see
this year,
performance.
it's not even the performance. If there's, let's say the Champions League final was on this year, right? Let's even put into perspective the Champions League games here. Let's say, who would be a crazy? Let's just say I'm thinking very hypothetically here when I say this. Tottenham and Arsenal are in a Champions League final, and whoever, like, I don't know who's in the Super Bowl final because I don't like
It's like the Chiefs and someone else.
the Dallas. No, it's not Dallas, is it?
I'll check.
Super Bowl. Sorry guys, we don't really watch Super Bowl. We just
Because I don't have time.
I don't
Why would I watch
understand. I don't even understand it.
I don't understand American football, man.
Super Bowl 2025. So it's the Eagles versus the Chiefs.
Eagles versus
Okay,
Chiefs.
yeah. So that's probably, I don't know. I'm going to say the two best teams in the league.
I presume so. I think Chiefs are.
I say versus an Arsenal and Tottenham Champions League final.
Respectfully,
Bro,
quite possible.
I know it's not. That's why I say hypothetically. Are you okay?
Oh no! I mean, like, it's not gonna, like, there's no one gonna watch the Super Bowl.
No one's going to watch Super Bowl. Hey, like, or Real Madrid and Barcelona Champions League final.
I don't think that anyone will watch the Super Bowl at that point. Like,
Or
what the
imagine
fuck?
like a repeat of 2008 Chelsea versus United.
no one watch that shit. Like, no
No
one's
one
gonna
is
watch
going.
the
Like, if you
Super
put
Bowl.
the Champions League final and Super Bowl on the same day, nobody's going to go and watch the Super. Like, it's not even in a bad way. I know the Super Bowl. If we speak about maybe, because I'd say Super Bowl tickets are expensive.
yeah,
Like they're
They're like
expensive.
10 grand or
like,
something.
And apparently, like, even like when you want to be that the day of the Super Bowl is like a bit madness. It's a good money day for people, but it's a lot of people.
yeah,
They make a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, of course.
But it can never. I promise you, if you ask, if maybe I'm wrong, American investors, you are the people who are better to ask this question. If the Champions League final was on, and the Super Bowl final was on, and you wanted to place ads, that's the best way to ask them, innit? If you wanted to place ads, where are you going to place them? Are you going to place them in the Champions League final or the Super Bowl final? You people let me know, please, and thank you. Because I don't know even know where the logic comes from that they think the Super Bowl's on the same level. as
Well,
the
it's
Super
also called American football. Because that means all the Americans are the only ones that give a shit about it.
Yeah.
No one actually cares.
Bowl. Like,
Anyone, I'm not speaking for everyone in Ireland, but I know what we would watch. We would watch rugby definitely ahead of that show. I would be so real. I'd watch a hurling or Gaelic match
I watch a Hurling and Gaelic match ahead of Super Bowl.
ahead of a fucking Super Bowl. Like, I just think American football, the concept is ridiculous. Like,
It's
you know,
too complicated.
it doesn't make sense to me.
Like-
Like, I don't understand it. And it pisses me off to see, like, you're throwing a ball to somebody that's running already, and then you're blocking off defenders from getting to the ball. Like, what is the logic behind that? I'm not even dissing it, because I won't lie. If I had time, I would probably watch it for like 2 minutes, and then I'd sleep. You know what I mean? If I had to do if I'm not doing anything today, I would have watched 2 minutes of it just to understand what's going
Eddie,
on.
the only reason why I'm going to even open my eyes to watch Super Bowl today is to see if Kendrick Lamar sings the matches.
God knows.
That is the only.
They're not like-
and I promise you something. They will never say this. Mark my words when I say this. That will probably be the most viewed part of the Super Bowl this year. And this is the problem. Why would you put? I'm not against Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I like some of his songs, but like, you know, the guy is in that much controversy is not a good thing to bring to the sport, because it's just like people are only going to watch the Super Bowl for that piece,
Yeah.
and to see, you know.
But it's never one rapper, is it? Like, it's always a multitude of people, isn't
I
it?
don't know. I think the hormone line. See, but that's the problem now. It's been so focused on Kendrick Lamar if he's gonna sing not like, because nobody really knows anything else that's going on.
Yeah, like, I remember, I think it was last year, it was like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and all of them people.
Last year, I'm pretty sure Coldplay was there as well.
Where the fuck?
Really?
I
I'm
just
pretty
don't,
sure.
bro, to be honest, I can't keep up because there's too much.
It doesn't make. I'm no disrespect. It doesn't make sense to me. And
Like-
you need to stop. You actually need to think. I know people will say who gave these guys mics, who did this, who that, but this is not even me dissing the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl will never, and I repeat, will never be or anywhere near the level of the World Cup. talk so the Champions League.
Like I think, you might not be dissing the Super Bowl. I am. I don't
Hey.
like. I'll be so real. I think it's the most ridiculous sport that is in like I've ever seen.
American football.
Yeah, I just don't understand it. And maybe it's my fault that I don't understand it, which is cool. But I just think it's ridiculous.
There's no way. I don't see excitement in that sport.
Yeah, like there's no like.
There's no like. And maybe they can
Je
correct
ne
me
sais
from-
quoi or something. You know.
Yeah,
Something.
there's no like.
It's not.
it's-
I don't see like.
You don't
the
see
players.
a Neymar. You don't see
Yeah.
like no one's good. Like what Neymar does with his feet. I don't know what you can even think of something like,
Like
that. In a
let's
Super
say
Bowl.
like I think like. There's no like. It doesn't move me like the skills. Maybe the footwork is
or
kind
maybe
of.
the fakies that
Yeah,
they
the
do.
fakies, yeah, but still, like, it doesn't take a lot to learn how to fake somebody, you know what I mean?
I know.
Like, I would rather watch, even basketball. Basketball, there's some skills. You're shooting trees and all of that. You're shooting the basket, yeah. For soccer, you need to, you're doing skills with your feet. Me doing a story like that is not skill.
Yeah, I swear. And then
An old person could do
and
that,
then
you know
the
what I
only
mean?
good thing about it is I'm not gonna lie. The only one thing I say about football is when someone
Collapse into the, yeah.
someone. But that's not even good at the same time because I watch it.
That is just dangerous. Like, I'd rather watch boxing than I might as well watch UFC.
But no, like I just seen it again, and it just irritates me when I see anything to do like the Super Bowl being on the same level as the World Cup. Yes, I'm a very strong, passionate football fan, but I know common sense. You know, there's a lot of us people that do sports podcasts, and will say some crazy things about sports.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure everybody who does any sport or sports podcast that maybe that's not in America, or maybe some of you sensible American sports pod people will say, stop trying to compare the Super Bowl to the World Cup because it doesn't even compare to the Champions League. But that's my rant done on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, of course.
Speaking of basketball, please explain to me this.
Oh,
Luka
Luka
Doncic.
bro.
Now, from what I understand,
Yeah.
is that I seen a conspiracy theory,
Yeah.
and obviously I kind of was like, they said they wanted a defender.
Yeah.
Okay, so they traded basketball fans, and you please let me correct me if I'm wrong. So they got something Davis
Anthony Davis.
and then they swapped with the Lakers
Yeah.
for Luka Doncic.
No, they swapped Anthony Davis
Yeah.
with Luka Doncic.
So Doncic went to the Lakers.
Yeah, Doncic went to
And-
Lakers. AD went to.
So people were
Mavericks.
trying to compare this with, please, the footballers. I love you all, but I don't, except for Arsenal football players, anyways. But I love most of you. Well, to be honest, Saka is okay. People were comparing it as like it's giving Mbappe to somebody and giving them basically like one of your they said like giving Mbappe to United and giving Johnny Evans to Real Madrid.
No, because that is a bad term because Anthony Davis is one of the best defenders in the league.
Okay, I don't know.
So it's like giving
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk for Vinicius Jr. Or Mbappe.
So Mbappe is Doncic in this case.
Yeah.
And Van Dijk
Is
is.
AD. Because AD is 31. No.
Hey, you alright?
AD is 31.
Yeah.
Van Dijk's 32, 33.
Yeah.
AD's a good defender, and so is Van Dijk. They're tall, they're dominant, right? Then you're replacing Vinicius, the young, exciting player that could take you far, with with Van Dijk, which is what they did. And the thing is, as well, none of the coaches knew. So none of the coaches didn't know. Jason Kidd, he's the Mavericks coach. He did not know anything until it happened.
Okay, that's where we need to come in now because maybe I need to do a bit more of my research here.
Yeah.
There was talk about the owners of the Mavericks wanted to build a casino in Dallas, but the Texas lawmakers wouldn't allow them to build it in Dallas. So basically what they're trying, and they said like basically if they don't let them build in Dallas, they're going to move the Mavericks to Las Vegas. But NBA have basically said, that's not happening. So I need basketball people to make me very aware.
Yeah.
So basically what they're trying to do is make the team shit. So there's no like basically any
That's conspiracy.
traction. Apparently now the owners have wanted to build a casino in thing for a long time. And the Doncic thing is basically like you're taking our best player away from, because you know it's like basically, you know, it's like take from the sounds of it, it's like imagine, who would I say? Let me not use somebody now that you all fight me. Let me use somebody that's sensible. It's like when Messi left Barcelona. It's like now imagine Messi's gone from Barcelona.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say people didn't come, but it's probably like there wasn't that aura.
Yeah.
That's the sound of this Luka Doncic guy. It's like taking this guy
Bro,
away. It's like
this guy is serious.
I don't really watch him play, but
Yeah.
from the sounds of it, the big conspiracy theory is that they wanted to build a casino right beside the Mavericks Stadium. Not make, I don't know where America was. Let's just say the planning permission people said, They said, okay, we're going to move to Las Vegas. NBA said, So they're like, okay, we will move mad if you don't let us.
Yeah.
So that's what I understand.
And the thing is as well that a lot of people are like giving shit to that Nico Harrison guy. He's the owner or the GM or something. It's the fact that Luka was 1 year away from getting the max contract to the NBA. So he was gonna get like 200 and something million. I don't know the figure anyway, but he was gonna get a lot of money not taxed, and there was no tax on it. He bought a home for 14 million in Dallas, and then within 2 days they traded him to LA. How close is Dallas from LA? I don't think it's close. I don't really think it's close.
It's probably not close, man.
It's probably not. So then you look at this guy, and bear in mind, since Dirk Nowitzki, I don't think you know him, but he's the legend of Mavericks. Since Dirk, they haven't got as far as they did with Luka Doncic last year. Like, he carried them to a final. Him and Kyrie, they carried them into the conference final, but then they lost in the final because there's two finals. They lost in the finals against the Celtics, but this guy has took them. From a rookie, he was a rookie, and he's built on he's probably, if not top 3, top 5 best players in the league right now, and they traded him. I just think it's so, like, honestly, I've never seen the internet go so mad. And the guy, like, there's one guy, he's basically the Fabrizio of NBA. I think his name is Shams. Shams. He said this is the biggest trade I've ever seen in my career. He said that he said that no one knew apart from the two GMs, because they're mates. It's the GM of Lakers and the Mavericks.
Well, now Doncic is playing with LeBron now, isn't he?
He's playing with LeBron now.
Damn.
I know the thing is about the Lakers. They have a coach, JJ Redick. He's young, and he used to play with Doncic as well when he was playing. He's quite young for a manager. Like, I think LeBron's older than him, right? But like, he's a good, like, when it comes to like tactically and the small kinks, he's very good at that. And then LeBron took a rest last night, and then another guy, 40-something points. LeBron the night before. LeBron is 40 years of age. I saw him score 42 points. I went like this. I said, serious? That's like Ronaldo. But like, not even just Ronaldo doing that for, let's say, United in the Premier League.
Hey.
Scoring a hat-trick. LeBron scored 42 points. 42. And Steph is like 34, 35. He scored 37.
And now that Doncic is there, they're going to be like, basically,
you're adding a young player. A young player in his prime. Basically, yeah, this is his age of his prime. In his prime. He still has a lot of time.
Yeah.
You're adding him to one of the probably greatest players of scorers. He's the greatest scorer of all time, first of all, LeBron.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest players. You now have brought fuck it. Doncic is the best player in the league.
Hey, God. Basketball player, I don't know.
No, Doncic is the best player in the league. Okay. I don't care what anyone says, but like, you just lost the best player in the league. You add him to the greatest scorer of all time. If that they don't win a championship, I'll be surprised. But you help somebody else and lose. I don't know why. Like, it doesn't make sense. I promise you, it doesn't. I've never seen TikTok explode like that. Like, this
is what I was trying to explain to you. So basically, what they said, the Mavericks' new majority owner, because Mike Cuban sold 73% of his stake.
Oh, he sold. Yeah, this was I've never happened on that. Yeah.
Is deeply tied to the casino industry. Some believe that this deal could be a way to leverage Texas lawmakers to legalize sports betting. If they don't, well, Vegas is right there waiting to open their arms to neon lights. So, long story short, apparently it sounds like betting maybe not be allowed. I don't know how. American basketball fans, I know I like the Super Bowl, but please come and help me understand.
Yeah, the basketball fans are calm.
I don't mind basketball fans. I'll be honest. Like basketball is something I use. Basketball, I have a. But the only thing with basketball for us people in Europe, it's hard for us to watch it because
it's
time
too late.
It's too late. But
work in the morning, like, you know what I mean?
But I need you to answer the question of, do you believe this conspiracy theory is real? Because to me, it sounds like it has a bit of truth to it.
Yeah, but like I feel like I'd say it's real because there's a lot of conspiracies when it comes to NBA.
You know what I hate though? It's like, I don't know why Mike Cuban sold the Dallas Mavericks, because he literally brought that team up from nothing to something. And like, he's probably looking at this like, guys, come on, why are you doing
I think somebody called him. He said he doesn't know what happened. He's shocked. He's speechless. He's like,
but it's not crazy. Like, we talk about our own sport here, football, which we'll talk about the owners on. It's not crazy. Like, when we literally say this sport is a billionaire sport, like,
it's no joke. Like,
they don't, like, they really, some of these people just don't care about the team. What they care about is money.
Yeah.
Like, if you go to them, buy this player, we went to, like, buy this player for 100 million, he'll bring you 500 million. They will go and buy him, but let's buy this potential for 50 million. Some of them be like, nah. And they'll go and buy the 100 million one, and that one will do shit. And the 50 million one that they are screaming about, they will later go and buy for 150 million. So this money thing, like, I understand it is a multi-billion-dollar industry, but you need to remember, it's us fans that make that multi-billion-dollar industry. Because if all these
without fans, they don't make that money.
And that's what irritates me about fans sometimes. That's why you have to look at the likes of Germany, Italy. Some of these owners don't realize that one day, if fans just say they've had enough, it's finished.
Yeah,
it's really finished. Making decisions like that, taking your best player away, and from the sounds of this is basically like the Ronaldo of basketball in the moment right now. I don't know.
It's not crazy to say no. I'd say more Messi because of his skill.
If I say Messi, that's even crazier.
Like right now, he's who is the best footballer in the world?
Right now.
Oh. I don't know because
I don't even. That's a question. Who is the best footballer in the world right now?
I actually don't know.
Be honest. If I'm going to say it, genuine in my heart is Mo Salah.
True.
He's the best footballer in the world right now.
Yeah.
Salah, and then I've only seen this other day. Well, if I would base on stats, Salah and Rafinha are the two best players in the world right now.
Basically, like I don't think this guy. I don't even know how to explain it in football terms. Like I think saying Ronaldo and Messi is a bit crazy. I won't lie, but like, how do I even say? Probably in the Mbappe.
Mbappe is nearly. You can see that Mbappe is starting to get his starting to get his rhythm at Real Madrid.
So like,
but I can't say he's the best in the world right now because that guy was poor at this time.
He
was poor. He
wasn't looking good, man.
Yeah, but
and it probably won't look good till next year. But like,
but you have to give him time. Like, but to me, it's Mbappe. It's Salah and Rafinha right now. Like goal scoring is always going to be one man. Kane, like Haaland. Haaland, Kane. I'm talking about Kane right now. I'm talking about Kane right now because he's the guy's a madness. Every time I'm looking at my highlights, brace, hat trick, hat trick. I'm like, I understand you're bulldozing through that league, but Farabal is small, Kane.
Did you see the release clause he has?
I promise that. Now speaking, we'll go back to the basketball. Let's finish. Are we done with the basketball?
I think we're done with the basketball. Yeah.
The release clause. There's one foolish Arsenal fan of mine. This is my guy. How dare this guy text me one day and saying Arsenal can trigger Harry Kane's release clause? I said, I promise you, we will not have Sol Campbell 2.2. Even Kane won't be able to deal with that heat.
No.
Like, no way. No. The only, there's not even only way. Kane himself, he's not an Olodo. He's not a stupid person.
No. I think the fans could be worse now because of social media than they were back then. Back then, they didn't have social media like that. They didn't have goal or two.
Was not even Facebook.
I don't even know. Like, let's say.
All you see is BBC website.
God knows, like, that's it. So right now, the way social media is, Kane
cannot do it.
Kane would not be able to live in London without being threatened, without being like they was using.
You don't remember when these people threatened Harry Maguire?
Yeah, I was gonna say they would do bomb threat. They would do the whole. They would do the whole shebang. Like I just think people need to understand this is serious. This is serious. This is very very serious.
The Kane's release clause, I believe, genuinely speaking, was only put in there in the event that he wants to go back to Spurs.
Because if he wants to go back, and I think he should.
I think you know what? Yeah, if he wins the Bundesliga and a cup, I think he should just go, because at least then he can say I've won a major trophy in my life. Because there's going to be a point now that Kane has to think, okay, after the next 2 seasons, because Kane doesn't really sprint, so he's not like he's going to have the burnout at the likes of how am I going to say, back in the day, like your Thierry Henrys, your Dwight, your people that pace was a big thing. Kane doesn't really rely on his pace.
You can say Jamie Vardy.
Even Jamie Vardy. Yeah. Like, Kane does not rely on his pace.
He just kind of stands there.
He just kind of stands there, and he's just the right place at the right time. But if you look, but I believe at the same time, the Kane thing is going to fall to as well what Tottenham do with Mateus Tel in summer. Yeah. Because Spurs have an option to buy Tel in summer after the next 6 months.
Yeah.
End the season. So we'll see. I think there's going to be a lot of, what's going to happen, because
I think there's going to be a lot of if you don't improve as well with him in his team in the team, I think there's going to be a lot of conversations to see if he will want to stay. Because I said I didn't bring him in here just for 6 months, but does he know that? You know what I mean? Does Tel know that?
He absolutely knows if there's an option to buy, because
obviously that's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Tel he can't play lone striker. I saw him against Liverpool. Maybe it was just a bad game.
No, I don't.
You're coming against the two best center backs. I understand that.
But at the same time, Eddie, I don't think that it was expected for him to go on that early.
Yeah, I know that. But yeah, again, I think he's more of a winger.
Oh, I'd say
he's more of a winger. Like,
this is the problem. My club is in crisis, Eddie. I can sit here, I can go on TikTok, I can moan, I can cry, but my club is in crisis.
Yeah, but I think it can't for you in United especially. If you get worse than what you are now, I believe you're talking about relegation.
I don't believe Spurs will get relegated. I don't believe.
I don't believe that either. I don't believe you have the capability to stay.
Genuinely honest. I believe if Man United are not careful, they could find themselves there.
I think there's going to be a battle. Yes, because they have a lot of injuries and they don't have that many players. You have injuries that will come back eventually.
Yeah, well, that's true. Van der Veen is
back.
Van der Veen,
Romero, there's Porro.
Solanke.
I think
Porro is not injured.
Destiny Udogie. Is he back?
Udogie's not back. Vicario, I need him
back.
I genuinely
Vicario,
need Vicario
that keeper is a hallot.
Vicario back.
That keeper is a hallot. I don't even know what the fuck. He's not a keeper. I don't know what he's just a kid, man.
Kinski is scaring me. I don't even know why they're not playing Brandon Austin in goal. But I need Vicario back as soon as possible.
Then you have Solanke as well. Is Brandon Johnson?
Brandon Johnson's injured. James Maddison is injured.
Yeah, so when everyone comes back, you might be. You should be fine.
You'll be fine. I know, Eddie. I know Spurs will be fine. I have no fear that
doubts. You don't have a doubt. But I think United, if their man.
She's okay.
If them man are not careful, what I saw them play like in that Leicester match, that is your level right now. And it's funny to say because I actually enjoy that. Actually, I enjoy that and I don't enjoy it. Because United playing good is good for the Premier League as well. But as a fan point of view, I think seeing the way you played against Leicester, that 15th and below is your level right now. If you want to improve that, there's a lot of things that have to fall in line. And right now, I don't see them falling in line now.
What do you think United need to improve?
I think they need to improve on their centre backs. And I not especially because I'm very harsh on Martinez. I still think he's too small. I don't care. But I think they need to get another set. I need to think because if you're playing a three back centre back play, you need two centre backs. And Mazzarri can't play centre back as well.
Can I be very honest? This might sound crazy. And United fans, please let me know in the comments whether you agree or disagree with me. Do you think Ange and Amran are both at the wrong clubs?
I think
if Ange was at United and Amarin was at Spurs,
I think Amarin is at the wrong club.
I think Amarin with Spurs would suit better than United.
He would suit better. He would suit better.
He has the centre backs.
Spurs.
He has the centre backs.
He'd have the 3 centre backs.
He has the midfield. He can figure out which one he wants.
Yeah.
And then he has strikers. Because look at this situation now with Man United. Someone like Ange being there with the likes of Rashford, Diallo, and Bruno Fernandes.
I think I think the team that I would like Ange to coach in the Prem is probably more so like.
Nah, I think Ange would do crazy things with Chelsea. I'm not even.
I think if Ange got 2 fast centre backs at Chelsea, I think he would coach.
Oh, Ange would do crazy things at Chelsea because people need to remember something about
the Chelsea team is good.
Oh yeah,
the Chelsea team is good, and the way that Jackson is able to press as well.
Yeah,
and then if he because Nani Madueke is pissing every single I'm not even going to go on a tangent right now. I'll forget that for a second. But what's it called? I think Ange doesn't he needs more. He needs help from the board, and we already talked about that. He's not going to get.
He said it. He said if we don't sign a good amount of players, we're in big trouble.
Yeah,
signing Danso and Tan and Kinski, fair enough. But
Eddie, that's not good enough.
My team, Eddie. Look, I'm going to be very, very blunt when I say Expressions can say whatever he wants. Abby from DO Sports can say whatever they want. If you look at that club right now, you're still blaming the manager till kingdom come. You need to look yourself in the mirror and question yourself. You've all said this many times. 20 years, 14 managers, 1 trophy. People can say Ange tactics this and that. Ange has changed his tactics for you people. And it's even getting worse. Because Ange has not played his high line thing anymore. He's playing defensive football now. Because that's why you people are crying. And he showed you it's not working. Even when he was playing the high line, at least we were still scoring goals. Eddie, my team did not have one. I think we barely even had 5 shots against Liverpool.
No.
Eddie, this is the team that we bet 1-0. No, come. How do we take Liverpool toe-to-toe 1-0, but we can't even get a couple of shots? If it wasn't for Olomouc, this is the only way I'll be pissed off with Ange. If Udogie comes back, and I don't see him being the starting right back or on that pitch somewhere, Dutchbent, that would be the time I'll say Ange has to go. Because you can't see the way Dutchbent has been playing. Eddie, that guy has saved our asses so many times. Eddie, this is a guy that we thought was going to be leaving the club this season. A centre-back, Danso, had to come in. And basically, people will say Spurs considered for, but that guy was our best CB.
But, the thing is, he shouldn't have to come in and within 2 days play a big game like that.
Mateus Tel came on, and that's the first time I see my team attack.
Yeah. I don't think Tel is bad. He's young as well.
My problem is, if we all keep thinking Ange is the issue in a bigger problem, it's just going to be the same cycle for most fans. We need to take prime example from other football clubs who have had it with their owners. We need, what thing is here? Because we keep pumping so much money into that club. Eddie, I love my club, but I'm not, what the thing is here? Let me be very honest. If these ENEC people do not want to leave, okay, people need to sit down and say, what do we actually need to do to fix this mess? If we are really here to make money, say majority stake of the club, and say, do you know what? We'll sell 51%, like what United done, United done with Ineos. We'll sell 51%. That's you in charge of everything to do with football. 49% belongs to us, and we're in charge of every way this stadium and all things around make money. Eddie, I don't care.
And the thing is, I think also at Chelsea, it will end up as bad as well.
Or with Spurs, as well. But see, Eddie, this is the problem, and this is what pisses me off about the Premier League even more. Let's put the Tottenham situation at the side for a second. You people test these owners before they come into the club. Before they come and buy football clubs, they have to take a test. If these people, why were these people passing tests and doing this rubbish at football clubs? Look at Newcastle for a prime example. Newcastle owners, they bought the club and they changed it completely. Newcastle are in the Carabao Cup final.
Second time in the last since the
how many times? Eddie,
since the investment.
Eddie, we're going to be very honest. Arsenal fans, Spurs fans, United fans, let's be very honest with ourselves. What is going on at our club is shambles. Let's be honest. Man United and Arsenal here and Spurs here. Spurs, I think, you remember when Sam said on the podcast, the FA Cup was the worst that happened to United? To me, personally speaking, I think the Champions League final was the worst thing that ever happened from Spurs. Because I remember I said that day, whoever wins this Champions League final is the team that's going to excel. Versus, if you lose it, it's going to be a problem. And exactly what happened. I genuinely believe, the same way that Sam was saying the FA Cup is the worst thing to ever happen to United to win, it's the same way that Champions League final was the worst thing to happen to us. Because if we didn't, look at, we're still facing the problems from that till now.
Yeah.
But Eddie, this is my point. We as fans from Man United, Arsenal, and Spurs need to genuinely actually look at Newcastle and be like, this team has gone to 2 finals in the last 5 years, if I'm correct.
But you also need to look at, and I fucking hate this team as well, Nottingham Forest. They made a lot of investments and they took like the...
Well, Nottingham Forest have been making investments since Kingdom Come.
Yeah, but I think they took the transfer band or something. They had a fine or something.
Yeah.
They took it because they needed to make that investment.
Yeah.
Then they got the right man in and they're third now in the league.
Isn't that the man that my team fired?
You know them ones. Like, this is what I mean, that I think what more people, maybe not even so big teams, but I think the teams that are down there to elevate themselves, I think they need to just charge the fine, buy as much as you can, but before they charge you. Because honestly, I don't see, like, United need to do that because it's.
Oh, United need to.
I think United should do that because if you just spend all this money, just spend. I think you need about 500 million to sort out that team.
Oh no. Tottenham and United need to. I say Tottenham need about 300 or 400 million, but United need a new team. And this is not even me being funny. United need a new keeper. Yeah, Onana is not that good anymore. Yeah, Mazraoui is okay, but Mazraoui is old enough. Is he? If I'm correct,
27, 26.
Okay, no, so he's not old.
Yeah, he's not bad.
You need another centre back because
Euro is still way behind.
Euro
his development.
Developing.
He got injuries. He's defending
left back. Who's that left back? I don't even know who that left back is.
They got one guy.
Dorugu. He actually played very well when I seen him play.
Yeah, he looked
played very well. Bruno Fernandes.
He's 30.
He's 30. You need to start thinking about who is going to be taking his boots over.
Yeah.
United, I'm not even going to lie to you. You need a striker.
Bloodfire. Man, you know how bad Højlund is.
You need to get rid of Højlund. Like, you need to take your losses and just deal with it.
And to be honest, I think what they need to do, especially, you need to build around the young players and like trust your academy as well. Mm-hmm. Because Manu came out of the academy. Garnacho came out the academy.
He was bought, but he probably played with the academy.
He probably played with the academy. Even, I know he didn't come out of the academy, he was bought. But Ahmad, they need to build around.
Do you see that back heel?
But the thing is, I think it's that triangle of people, Garnacho, Manu, and Ahmad, is what they need to build around. Make the team around them. Because you need to have it set. And Euro as well, to be fair. He's not actually terrible. He's not terrible. But then you look at this, and this is why United are in such a and I hate saying it because it's so stupid. There's no point of going in, they win the FA Cup. You knew you wanted to fire the man. You keep him, give him a new contract, and then sack him. Then you have to pay him off. Like, and you buy his players as well. It doesn't make sense. Because I even get pissed off when Chelsea sack people. Because Todd Bowley has been fucking up since he came in. Right? Like, he fucked up from the minute he came in. Like, you can't have... Like, I don't know how many transfers Chelsea have had. But there's
Why is your team still buying players?
But, you know, the thing is, there's only one of them. Actually, maybe two, if you're lucky. There's only two of them that I would consider that will be world class one day. And that's Caicedo and Palmer. Because I don't think they're there yet. Especially this season. I don't think they're there yet. And then you look at Neto. Neto used to be unbelievable. I was so excited when we got him. Then you look at Madueke. Well, Liverpool losing. Stop.
75th minute as well. Anyways, let's continue. That's good.
Okay.
Man, my team. Hey, Tottenham. Hey, Oluwa Jesu Christi. Hey.
I think even John Obi Mikel was saying it really well. He said that you can't. Chelsea have a good team, but they're never gonna go for leagues or not struggle in top 4 without a goalkeeper and striker. Everybody and their aunties and uncles and their sisters know that Robert Sanchez
He's
is the worst
rubbish.
keeper in the world.
He's worst keeper in the league at the moment.
I wouldn't even go to fight. I said I don't care who they are. I don't know all the teams in the League of Ireland. I would take any of them keepers. Please go to Chelsea, because I think Sanchez has been the worst thing to come over the existence of Chelsea. This guy is the worst player I've seen him along. Like, I'm serious. He's brutal. He's brutal. No, he is.
Fernando Torres.
I actually don't care. He's brutal. Fernando Torres scored in the final. Against Barcelona that time.
True,
Sanchez is useless. He's a brutal player. He's actually terrible. And then Jackson, he's too raw and pause. Yo. Why'd you have to look at me like that? You know what? He is a talent. His press is unbelievable. His build up play is class. But when he can't fucking finish the ball, and that's when it comes back to the owners as well. You're getting a false 9 striker with 2 wingers that don't score. Like, how? Like, what?
Eddie, look, I genuinely do believe like a lot of our owners need to take a look, like have a big meeting in the summer. Like they actually need to question themselves. Is this even for us? Because Eddie, the problem I feel is coming for us as fans is we're not being direct enough with these people. You know, there's a few of us now that are screaming online about the owners. Eddie, you need to start honestly affecting these people's pockets. But the problem now with the likes of my football team, Tottenham, I said it before, is not a place where us fans are going, you know, being happy. It's more of a tourist area. It's more of tourism.
So I don't think the money will ever last.
The money's always going to ever last because people always want to go there because of the stadium, because of everything. But the fans that know, they say there's fans out there who probably don't even really go anymore because it's like, what is this rubbish? Eddie, Tottenham have not been this bad for the last 10 or 15 years. We're sitting 15th. I don't remember the last time I ever seen Tottenham in the bottom 10. I don't remember the last time, Eddie. Even when we had our worst season under Conte, Mourinho, all those people, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Eddie, and this problem has gone to the point now I can't even be angry anymore because I know what is going to happen. And that's what's paining me. That they're going to sack this Ange guy. Ange is going to go to another team, win a trophy.
He would.
And they're going to hire who? The ex-Borussia Dortmund manager. Yeah, so he'll probably take us to Europa League. And then what? The next year, the same fans are the same people that are screaming around football, this guy, that guy, trying to blame Ange.
Yeah, but us as fans, it's not like, yes, we're fans. We're not always right.
Eddie,
like,
we're not always right, but Eddie, if you're a Tottenham fan in my situation, you know I'm right.
Yeah.
There's nothing that Eddie, I've not said one wrong thing. People will say I'm crazy for supporting Ange. You are the same people who complained about Conte, Mourinho, Pochettino, but that was Ange. You people need to look at yourselves in the mirror and goes, you know, there's that saying that people say is like, you know, when there's that one friend who's having a problem with everybody. Why is that one person? Why does this person have a problem with everybody?
Look at yourself.
Look at you. They all just look at themselves. Why are us as fans always having a problem with these managers? Why are we not looking at the bigger
Fuck's
picture?
sake.
Eddie, like,
actually, it's ridiculous, man.
It's getting to the point now. I'm just like, we don't like. What do we expect? And someone made the sense. Maybe your Spurs fans think we're thinking we're better than we are because at this moment now, maybe we need to dial it down a bit.
Maybe it just seems like
we
that.
need to dial it down a lot, you know. But Eddie, let's speak about the Carabao Cup for a minute. Did you watch let's talk about the Arsenal game first.
I watched both games.
Okay, the Arsenal game was first game. So I remember when they were playing, I was telling people, you do realize you're going to St. James's Park.
You know what? I asked an Arsenal fan at my workplace. I was like, "Do you think he can win?"
They bet you said yes.
He said, "I feel like we could." I said, "You know, you're going to St. James's Park." He said, "Yes."
Okay. Did you see the way Isak dealt with Saliba and Gabriel?
Man, I've never seen like Saliba and Gabriel are their top 5 best centre backs.
Let's not bullshit around. They're probably the between Liverpool and their centre back player, and they're the best 2 in the league. They're between them 2. Let's
of course, right? Around. So, what Isaac did to them?
Oh my God,
Mas Santarabara. Yeah, you know what I saw? You know the second one when he shot mistake. No, when the guy shot his left foot for the goal. For the first goal.
Oh, yes.
When Isaac struck that ball with his left foot, I don't know what type power that guy's a skinny bastard as well. I don't know what type of power obtained him that time. That he could use his bad foot and crush the post like the way he did. Yeah. Bro, you know how serious that is? And you know, did you see the way Newcastle were pressing? Aye! You know Shire was pressing Declan Rice from centre back.
Did you see when the second goal came from that press?
Yeah, from Shire. That's what I was saying.
Do you know they were looking at? There wasn't. Remember, there was the other one that Gordon shot from like near down off the halfway and it nearly went in. And you see, Arsenal. Like, look, I will always hate Arsenal fans. Yeah. I will always hate Arsenal and I hate their football club and everything. But if we look at it from let's be honest, from a fan level, they have improved massively. Yeah. They have improved immensely, but there is one big but. And I said this to you from day one. When Arsenal bet City that time, 5-1, okay, there was something that I said to you before. I said, this team needs to stop playing off emotion. Because if they keep doing it, is when they play a team that have not caused them problems, that no one's been cheeky, no one said something, we're going to see what they truly are. That's why I say to you, City, no, there's no team that can be like City. City don't care if they're playing Tottenham today, United tomorrow, Chelsea back then. Everybody's the same.
And they'll cook everybody.
But Arsenal, it's like Arsenal, and maybe it's not the top people in the club. It's like the manager and that team, depending on how much that team has pissed them off, dictates how they play. Yeah. Look at the way they went to go and beat the hell out of City. Eddie, I've never seen City be manhandled like that the last time I seen City manhandled like that was before these the oil people came to take their club over. I've never seen it in my life. They said that's the second time in Pep's career that's been beaten 5-0. Eddie.
Only second
time that someone scored 5 goals on Pep.
But you know the thing is, right, about that game, I know it's a lot of emotions playing in it, and I know I wouldn't personally talk about it if it wasn't an Arsenal player. But yet again, mine's Lewis Skelly. I think he's good. He's a very good player.
He's quality.
He's quality, yeah. Right? Do you know how long Haaland is going to be in the league with you? If, like, even Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, they're pricks, but the way they said it, they were right in what they said, but not the way they said it. You know what I mean? What did they say? They were kind of like, oh, he shouldn't be doing that and all of that. Like,
no, Eddie, let me be honest with you. Factually speaking, Arteta should have given us shit to him for doing that.
And the only person that did give us shit to him was Declan Rice. Declan Rice said, get up. He tried to pull him up.
Me, if I was the manager of Arsenal, I would give us shit to my Skelly for one reason alone. You still have to see this team. They're a team that won 4 Premier Leagues in a row. Do you really think next season we're going to go and do that again? The only reason why you all played that well was because Haaland said something to you that riled your whole fan base. You all came together and said, no, today's the day. Why are you doing, like, Haaland has a Champions League. Haaland has 3 Premier Leagues. He has a Super Cup. He has an FA Cup. He has Carabao Cup.
Yeah, I don't think he has Carabao Cup.
He does. Remember City won it 4 in a row. Remember City have won the Carabao Cup 4 times in a row. When did Haaland come? Unless I'm correct, Haaland came to City. Was it not 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Or maybe he does have Carabao Cup, but I don't think he has a Carabao Cup. Who cares about that, to be honest, if he has one or not?
You see,
he has a Champions League.
You know, the thing is, Arsenal can celebrate this all they want. At the end of the day, being City 5-1, you haven't won a trophy against them. You've been second fiddle to them for the last 2 years. And now you're probably going to be second again.
Third if they're lucky.
Third if you're lucky. Realistically, you haven't improved in the last 2 years. There's no difference between ye 2 years ago and ye now. Apart from you still have the same problem of, oh, I don't have a striker. Oh, they have 4 fucking centre-backs at the whole back line. Like, this is what I mean. Like, tactically, even Martinelli, I asked an Arsenal fan the other day, I was like, do you think Martinelli should stay? And they said no. They said they don't think he should. And that was the only logical thing I've heard from an Arsenal fan in a long time. Because Martinelli is useless. Right? Ever since, I don't know what happened to him, but now he's rubbish. Instead of Arsenal need a striker. Why are they buying California? California has barely played this year. Then they had Lewis Kelly in the background. Do you know that Lewis Kelly is going to eat what he did? He's going to come back to bite him in the eyes, whether he likes it or not.
Oh, no, we will. And it's going to come back to bite him in the eyes.
And the thing is, Haaland will dunk on that guy's head.
Oh, it's going to come back to bite him in the eyes because let's just say, hypothetically speaking, very hypothetically speaking, City somehow fix all these problems and win the Champions League. Bro, the field day Haaland is going to have with that fan base is not even going to be funny. And because, like you said, like I was trying to explain, it's like, you the manager have to make these kids realize this is football we're playing. Yes, you are all professionals. But this is a team that we're not talking about. This isn't Tottenham. Like, I'm going to slag my team. This isn't Tottenham or Nottingham Forest. I'm going to talk about teams that up there or Bournemouth or remember when Ivy Tony said the thing to Brentford and then Arsenal went to go and smacked them like 4-1 or something. This isn't that team. This is Manchester City. Eddie, the most successful club in Europe in the last how many years now?
10 years now.
And that's 10 years.
I know. And the thing is, it was a bad day for them and a good day for ye.
Yeah.
That is one game, and that was a one-off. Pep, knowing Pep, I know in his mind, he's never going to let ye score again. But I'll be so real. That's how Pep is.
And I want to make something clear to Arsenal fans. You can celebrate your win. Nobody is against that. If Tottenham, Chelsea, anybody beat City 5-1, we will celebrate it because we beat Manchester City. Yeah. But then look, for me, my team always beats City for some stupid reason. So me, I'm used to that.
But my team is stupid.
If you beat City 5-1, you celebrate.
I'll be gassed, like.
But we're not going to start playing stay humble in the stadium. Be humble. Like, that's why people are pissed. People aren't pissed the fact that you won. It's that you over-exaggerate. You over-exaggerated this win to the point that it was like, we didn't beat City, we bet Haaland. That's what got to me. It's like,
but I remember the thing is, right? You know the season Tuchel came into Chelsea, and he bet Pep 3 times that year. Since that Champions League final, we haven't bet City. That's what I mean. He does not make the same mistake twice. You think he will let Arsenal score again? No. You man have finished scoring against City.
Even if he does, it's only going to be like
Pep
one.
is manager of Arsenal. He's not going to let you people man score. I even saw him. I didn't see it. I didn't see the celebration. Don't be lying. We also know you saw the celebration from Lewis Kelly. Pep said he didn't see it in his interview.
Maybe.
He saw it. He's planning something. He's cooking something there. He saw it. When Rodri is back.
You know, that's probably going to be one of the...
It's going to be sooner than everyone expected. When Rodri is back, there is serious trouble in the Premier League. Because at the end of the day, mathematically, it is still possible that City come back and win the league.
You know, if City come back and win that Premier League...
God,
Eddie!
I swear to God, I would never watch the Premier League.
Eddie, if City come back somehow... if City come back somehow, some way that only God knows how, and even come second... Let's talk about win Premier League.
Second.
I will fear City more than I've ever feared them before.
Next year, 100%.
What?
Imagine what the front three is. The prospect of the front three.
That Marmoush guy.
Marmoush left wing, Savinho right wing, Foden in Cam. Then you have Rodri. Whoever is going to be beside Rodri, I don't know.
This Gonzalez guy now.
If Nico, both of them are Spanish. Nico was Barcelona academy player. Hey.
and now they have this that
guy
Casanova that we seen him play one bad game but scored yesterday.
Yeah.
And now
that goal was rubbish. I won't lie.
And now they're gonna have Ruben Diaz. People forget Ruben Diaz has not been there for a while though.
Yeah. Then you have Ruben Diaz. You know, Gabriel was like one of the best centre backs in the world before he went to sea.
And now he's one of the best left backs in the league.
Now he's a left back that scores goals with his right foot. You know them one. If they could get a right back, because I think Rick Lewis is top. He's a top player, but he's never going to reach that standard that we expect him to. Because
Rick Lewis will probably leave next while or so.
Yeah, because I think he needs a massive growth spur, and it's kind of weird.
Can I be honest with you? And this is where Spurs need to be careful. You know, I have a very scary feeling. We've seen how good Dashpants is playing now.
Yeah,
City need a right back.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Where did they get that last right back that was undoubtedly at one point nearly the best right back in the league for like 2 or 3 years? Spurs.
Walker. Yeah, Spurs.
Dead Spence keeps playing the way he's playing. He's going to raise some eyebrows. And that's a Pep type player.
Because you need to be able to do multiple things to play for Pep.
But
If you can be a fullback,
we need to stick on this Arsenal thing for a minute because I don't have anything against. Like, I have my issues because of my Spurs against that team. But if I'm speaking openly and to you fans, stop being so emotional over stupid things, man. It doesn't look well because you go and beat City 5-1. You're screaming, you're shouting, you are doing all this gaga.
You're doing all these celebrations like you want to come, and then you lose 2-0 in something that actually matters.
That matters. And possibly Arteta has not. Well, he wants to count his charity shield.
And the FA Cup.
He's not won something in the last 4 years, and he spent 700 million.
But you know the thing is, Arsenal fans can keep on saying that they will never get rid of Arteta. When is it going to be enough for you, man? Can you, man, keep going?
And I just want to. Sorry, finish what you want to say.
Can that man keep going? With Arteta coming second, can he Is he always going to be a second fiddle? Is he always going to keep saying Nelly what? Nelly never won the race.
Eddie, then this is the thing. If Arteta wins nothing this season, you guys need to stop questioning everybody's manager about sacking.
You should.
You just
honestly,
need to stop. Because
I saw an Arsenal fan. I saw him. I kind of ridiculed Enzo Maresca yesterday, and I was just like, "Bro, this is first season. Arteta's first season.
He was 8th,
6th, second. So now I'm just like, Enzo Maresca is in a better place as Arteta was in his first season. So don't talk to me about that. But I think if Arsenal don't get a striker, even just an early March, because I think was putting that bid on Watkins. I think they knew that Fabrizio was going to report or David Ornstein was going to report, and they would say to their fans that we're trying something. I don't actually think they wanted Watkins, if I'm being for real. Then I see they might get Zubimendi.
That didn't seem like it went, and I didn't see like it went.
But what was the point of buying a CDM, Declan Rice, for 100 million, and then buying Marino for 20-something million, just to buy another centre mid? It's like you want to have an overcrowding in your team.
Eddie, I wish I could. You
know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. And Arsenal fans are backing it like they're stupid.
I wish, Eddie, sorry. I want to check the score of this Liverpool game because if they lost, this is going to be crazy. Let's check. Eddie, it's still 1-0 to play, man.
Seriously. Micah
we need to. But I'm okay. Anyways, look, I just think you need to stop being so emotional now. Just me. Everything will come for his day. Eddie, what do you think about the Spurs game? Honestly, I'm not going to say much, but I'll say my own after. But I want you to be honest.
I think it was one of the worst Kanes I've seen in a long time.
I said be honest, don't make joke.
Bro, that man caned you. And the left marks. Like, you know how bad that was. Oh my God. You know, I watched the match, right? I watched the full match as well. Because I wanted to see, I was like, let me see if Spurs have a bit of oomph, in them. I don't know, I was just like, that for a top 6 team, that is a disgrace. Like, I thought that was the most disgraceful midfield performance I've seen in a long time. I think the defense were actually okay. But then, you saw the goals that you can see that, like, it was a penalty. It was Van Dijk. And I can't remember the other two. Oh, no, Gakpo as well. It was just, like, sloppy defending. Like, your defense wasn't actually bad that day. But it's the, like, split-second decisions that are fucking them up. Like, you know what I mean? And, like, Spurs, it shall be well then. But that Kane was serious.
I'm going to put it to you like this, right? And someone says something which, at the same thing, you know, I give out to Daniel Levy a lot. And Ange, I'm sometimes like, sometimes. But someone said, are these players just hiding behind the problems that are happening at this club as an excuse to basically not play that well? I kind of thought of it, and I was like, Son has been poor. Pedro Porro has been poor. This new keeper Kinski has been poor. Bissouma has been giving the ball away like he's doing betting or something, hoping that someone's gonna score at certain minutes. Kulusevski should not be playing on the left anymore. the way they just keep giving the ball, like if you watch the goals, they were not like chances Liverpool were creating. They were from giving the ball away. The penalty came from a bad pass. Kinski shouldn't have, yes, fair enough, Kinski shouldn't have came out for the ball the way he did.
Or he should have stopped when...
One of the other goals came from a bad pass.
Yeah, the Gakpo one.
And the third goal came from a stupid corner again. I don't remember the other goal. But what I'm saying is,
don't remember either,
I can't keep blaming Ange for people making individual mistakes. If these chances were coming from tactical decisions. But Eddie, I can't blame someone for a professional footballer who cannot pass the ball 10 yards away.
You're making enough money, like, you know what I mean? You should be trying your hardest.
We always knew this. We always say play the way you're facing. It's a simple thing that every one of us, every single one of you before you became footballers, everyone that didn't become pro, everyone that plays football Sunday league, play the way you're facing. You are trying
If
to
somebody
play a
doesn't
ball,
tell you to turn, don't turn. What are you doing turning?
don't play the ball across your goal line.
Never. Like, it's the simple stuff that fucking
And you keep and you're
stupid,
doing,
like.
and it's just stupid things that are making the guy who has to go in the media take all the backlash and all the whipping on his back for you guys who keep doing. Yes, like Kulivetsky, Dej, I know they're playing for the manager. But the rest, someone keeps saying we're playing for him, but you're not performing. The last time I seen you perform was against Elfsborg. Why? Who the hell is Elfsborg, bro?
What's my business there?
Who the hell is Elfsborg? You know, I looked at these games and I keep saying, Ange, yes, can do X, Y, and Z, but Ange can only work so much with what he has. You told him to play more defensive. He plays defensive. You've got knack for you. He plays more attacking. He's scoring goals. You keep complaining. What do you guys actually want? The guy wants certain players. Give it to him. Ange should have the final say in any player he gets. And that should be with any club. I don't care what people say that the manager might get it wrong. Yes, that's why he gets paid a lot of money to have a backroom staff team who want to find a... Yes, he has the sporting director and people like that. But just sit down, and if Ange says, I don't want this player, don't get him. Stop getting players because you think or because of evidence, because of this and that. Yes, statistically, you have to watch him play with videos, you know, all the things. But buy someone that the manager says, I want this guy. Don't be buying players that the manager does not want. Or you just show up in training one day being like, and then you give him this contract that if he has to play X amount of games, this and that. Like, I'm just so tired. Like, my question, basically, we're going to wrap it up now, but my question for you is, do you think Ange should get sacked?
No.
Thank you.
I think if Ange gets sacked, it'll be a big fuck up.
I think if Ange gets sacked, there's bigger problems in football that need to be looked at. But, yeah, look.
You have a decent team out.
We don't have a bad team. We just have...
You have like...
They all need... Do you know what they all do? They actually... The players, the club, and the manager all need to sit down one day and say, guys, what the fuck is actually going on here?
And I think you have to give props and a break to Archie Gray for stepping in for you centre back, because
Archie Gray. I know I talk about everybody else. Dashbench, Archie Gray, and Berviga have been our best players this season. And Kulivetsky, sorry, Kulivetsky is top. But those three,
very good.
Those three that had to come in have proved that, you know what, we're good enough to be starting it week in, week out.
Just that problem of Asensio and Rashford on the bench is very serious.
What's that like, bro?
Marlon is even starting striker.
But that's for me, man. That's basically it for me. Like, I'm never going to be Angel. People can say X, Y, and Z what they want to say. People can tell me X about my club. I'm like, I'm that man. I'm sticking with him to the end.
Yeah,
I'm sticking with him to the end. And please, I know he's never going to say this. This Thai guy, stop trying to compare Arsenal to Real Madrid. The stupidity I am hearing from you trying to compare a club that has won 4 Champions Leagues in a row, something your club has not even seen from Kingdom Come. People can slag Spurs about not winning trophies, but at least Spurs have won trophies in the 90s before I was born. Your team has not even won European Cup before you were born. My team have won European Cup.
How can Arsenal be a bigger club than Real Madrid if they're not even the biggest club in England? The biggest club in England is Liverpool or United.
Yeah. Or Chelsea. If we're talking in history, it's Liverpool and United.
It's Liverpool and United.
See this, sorry, before we wrap up, you know, one thing I think we all need to do as pod people, as thing, when we want to talk about club's history, we need to define the length. Because if we go 20 years, in the last 20 years, Arsenal, Liverpool, and United and Chelsea are the 4 biggest clubs.
Yeah,
If we're talking about
City.
what?
You say City
No, Arsenal, Liverpool, and United.
in the last 20 years.
Yeah,
Since 04.
since
05, I mean.
05. When Arsenal went 04, because I'm going to put when they won the Invincibles Cup.
Okay,
Give them that
fair,
props.
yeah.
You know, and they've won the most FA Cups.
But see, I kind of like, it depends on how you define it as well, because I define it as,
Hey!
what?
Plymouth Argyle are beating Liverpool 1-0 in the FA Cup.
They won.
They won.
Astekelebo Sonto Ikapa. Ah!
Wait, is this? Let me turn on the TV. Guys, you're going to wait here for this.
Stick on together like Mother of the Lord Almighty.
Guys, almighty Liverpool.
Satoria Calabash.
If Tottenham don't win that FA Cup match today, I'm going to fight them.
You know the thing is, now the FA Cup is going to be.
Now it's going to be interesting.
No, I don't even think it's going to be interesting. I just think City now have it. Who else is going to win it? Arsenal are out of it.
Unless Spurs play City.
Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool are out of it.
Man United, Tottenham.
You're not even going to win anything.
Hey, let's not forget, there's still some other teams there. There's still Newcastle. There's still
Newcastle. I wouldn't beat City on a big day like that. I think
believe Spurs
would beat City on a big day like that.
They already done it before in the chat. Remember when they had those big boys?
Yeah. I know that, but that was a different team.
But what's different about that team and this team? That team was
Harry
better.
Kane.
That team was even better.
Harry Kane.
No, the City team was better. Are you talking about the Spurs team?
The Spurs team.
Yes, it's the team that Emerson Royale and Davis were centre back, and somehow they went to go and draw with them 3-3. Emerson, do you guys remember Emerson Royale played like Pram Maldini against? Look, let's not do this. But wow, this FA Cup loss has just shook up the whole thing.
Now I feel less bad about Chelsea.
Now there's a bigger problem. They have less games to play. Liverpool.
They'll win the Premier League.
Oh yeah.
I think the Premier League is comfortable.
I'm going to be so pissed.
This was their year to do it. It's their fucking fault now. They have to charge it now. They have to deal with them consequences.
Yeah.
And before we end, who is going to win the Champions League?
Eddie, I can't call that one. You know, I was saying Liverpool.
It's very tough.
I was saying Liverpool, but the fact that
Real Madrid have to beat Man City.
If Man City beats Real Madrid, I'm pretty sure there's a stat of whoever beats. It's there's a stat that if Madrid or Barcelona get to a certain place, they always win the Champions League.
Yeah.
But apparently there's another stat if you beat them, you're more than likely the people who are going to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
And you do know there's a possibility. I made a lot of Arsenal fans aware about this. That whoever wins that knockout stage between City and Real Madrid could be playing Arsenal.
You know the thing is,
can you imagine?
I hope it's Real Madrid, but just on the basis of I dare you to play a high line. I fucking double dare you to play a high line. Arsenal.
No, I want them to play City. Bro. If Arsenal and City play Champions League, God, you people, please make this podcast grow.
I think but there's also another team. I think City have to beat Real Madrid and Bayern to go through.
I don't know. This whole
thing confuses my head.
But there's a way that basically they can play in the quarterfinal. That's what I'm aware.
And to be honest,
Eddie, you people that watch us, I don't know how many you are sometimes. If Arsenal and City get each other in the Champions League, please, I beg you, someone find me an Eddie ticket. We have to go and watch that match.
I'll be sorry.
I have to be there.
I work 6 days a fucking week. I don't care. I will buy that ticket for myself. I will go and watch that match. 2 legs. I don't care. I'll book it off.
Imagine the second leg in the Etihad.
Serious.
Oh my God.
Very, very serious.
Oh God. Anyways, guys, look, we thank everybody for watching. I actually really enjoyed this episode. But look, we'll probably be back when Sam is back, because that one.
Sam is back.
Oh, you people. Sam went on an adventure, and he says I should show you people in the podcast. But no. So you know what, Sam, when you come back again, a flogging. Because your team, you have to explain yourself.
You have to explain. There's some serious
guys,
things.
Take care. God bless.
Ciao.
Good evening.